in this day and age, everybody talks about graphics and sound and gameplay, all this elite stuff. But sometimes you just want a simple game that's decent looking, fun to play, and gives you a good experience. And especially you're a fan of G.I. Joe, you're gonna love it. So I personally commend you guys on the hard work that you did, because I know the situation. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much. And actually, I think your experience is kind of the perfect case, right? I mean, you've got a girlfriend. I don't know how often she plays games with you, or if she plays very many with you or not. I know my wife doesn't really play games with me. It has been a very reputation that she will. But this game is kind of designed for those types of experiences. You know, it's really easy for your girlfriend and my wife to jump on the couch and play this with me. It's really easy for me to play this with my 9-year-old nephew. You know, it's easy for him to play with his older brother, who's a more core experienced gamer. They're not going to get frustrated playing with each other. You know, dads playing with their little kids. It's like, it's kind of meant for that interaction, for varying skill levels to come together and play a game and have a good time and not feel overwhelmed by the complexity of the controller or intimidated by it. And, you know, if you're more of a core gamer and you're playing with one of your really skillful buddies, play on advanced or hardcore. I can almost guarantee you that you'll have a pretty strong challenge getting through those levels. I mean, I ship the game and I get stuck on one of the first, I think like the 5th Arctic mission.
Oh, wow.
It took me 3 tries to get through it on advanced by myself. So it's not you know, people write it off as being this super easy game, and it's not the case.
It's not.
It's a difficulty level for your skill, and you could have a great challenge if you do it.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And it's great. I think it's great. Now, check this out. Is there anything exclusive to the game that we won't see in the movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's tons. Well, first and foremost, for those that haven't played it out there, it's not a movie game, so you're not going to be reliving all of the beats and story from the film and just redo it all in the game. You know, you just paid $10, $12 to see the film. We're not going to make you do the same thing in the game from start to finish.
Great, thank you, because I didn't beat the game yet. I'm still early in it, and you know what I mean? So that's why I had to ask this question, you know what I mean, for the other viewers.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, again, 45 years of history with G.I. Joe. There's tons of content from the action figures, from the cartoon series, the comic books. There's a lot of stuff we wanted to bring in there for the fans. So I'll give you a few examples. You know the public service announcements from the cartoon series, like the ones that teach kids about,
Yeah.
Don't jump your bike over high voltage wires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, we have 4 of those PSAs as unlockables inside the game. We've got the back of the packaging of the action figure have these file cards that give you all the details and data about all the characters and vehicles and environments in the game. We've got 75 of those in there for pickups.
Oh my God.
There's all the classic vehicles. Like the classic Hiss Tank is in there. You're not going to see that in the film. There's actually even a modern version of the classic Hiss Tank that Hasbro had these schematics for it. They never actually made it into a toy. And in doing our research, we found those and we built that and put it in the game. So it's one of the enemies you'll fight.
Oh my God, yo!
So there's a ton of that type of stuff that's in there. That's like, if you're a fan of G.I. Joe and you're going in there, you're going to spot a ton of this type of stuff that's way above and beyond the film. I mean, of course, we got stuff like the accelerator suit from the film that translated really well to the game with the power
Yes, it did.
experience.
Yes, the hell it did.
Yeah, we updated the look of the characters. So like Shipwreck, for example, you know, the guy who was
Yep.
Remember him, old school, the big chest on?
Yeah, man.
We've modernized him to have him match the look and feel of the other characters from the film, just to kind of make it consistent. But we also got, there's 2 unlockable classic skins in the game, too, that some people may not know about. So you can unlock the classic Duke and classic Scarlet skin by punching in a code.
Wow.
I'm sure, you know, it was an exclusive code to some retailers, but I'm sure you go on the web and search for G.I. Joe cheat codes and get the 2 skins. And those are actually slightly more powerful versions of their non-classic versions. So I definitely recommend you look those up and plug them in. They look pretty cool.
A ton of content, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. All of that, all the stuff that you've gone through, considering it's a movie-based game, and the stuff that you managed to do. That's why when people, you know, so quick to talk shit and say this, say that, I'm like, you tried developing a game. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate what you guys did with the game. I'm enjoying it, and you know that's what matters. You guys has let me enjoy a great game. So now check this out. Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah, trust me, I would not, like, if I thought a game was really, really that bad, I would not, like, interview you about it, because I'm not about trying to make someone look bad with their product. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta keep it real. You guys doing a good job. Now, let me ask you this, right? are you guys going to like eventually the Blu-ray version, you know, say of G.I. Joe is going to hit stores? Would you guys think about doing a pack-in where you got the, if you go to the store, you buy the Blu-ray movie and it comes with the game, or some type of big media pack? The reason why I say that is because when a game comes out, you know, first week sales, second week, then things start to die out, new games come in. But that'd be a great way to add reassurance to the game, to the point where when the movie comes out on Blu-ray, everybody's gonna go get it. I mean, the movie did like 53 million first week. Like, people's gonna buy this game. Yeah, people's gonna buy this game first day when it comes out on Blu-ray. If you actually package in G.I. Joe, you get that big storm of sales, that big storm of recognition all over again, and it'll be a good collector's item since it's a fan-based game, you know, like how you guys made it. Any plans for that, man?
Yeah, you should work in EA marketing. Get your job over there.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, this is what I do. Like, this is what I do. I'm telling you, let's do it.
Yeah. You know, we don't currently have any plans for any software updates or anything. I mean, the biggest reason why is that we don't require online connectivity, so we can't guarantee that people will get the content. But I know that there's going to be plenty of promotions going on. I think one of them is actually going to be, and I'm not 100% sure of this one, but I believe that at the release of the DVD, they're going to be also releasing an action figure of Agent Helix. I don't know if you know the story about Agent Helix.
Nah, I don't know the exact story. I'm not going to even lie.
Well, I'll give you the 2-minute version of it. It's Agent Helix was a character that we created in the game that doesn't exist in the G.I. Joe roster.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had 16 playable characters in the game. We had 12 of them on the Joe side, 4 on the Cobra side, and we had obviously hundreds of characters to choose from. We narrowed it down to the 11 that we liked the best across 3 different classes, and we needed one more action figure, one more female commando action figure we needed, and we couldn't find the right one for it. So we approached Hasbro and said, hey, can we create our own character? And we'll kind of build her into the G.I. Joe world and give her own background, biography, and everything. And we did some concept sketches of it, and they loved it. So we got to build this character for the game, and her name is Agent Helix. And actually, IDW did a comic book about her, just to kind of introduce her to the world. And they actually made an action figure based on this character that we made in the game. And I believe that action figure is getting released at the time that the DVD is coming out. So there's ties back to the game, promoting the game with a figure that's in there, but no software stuff to kind of update in there. But that's a long roundabout way of telling you that there is connections to the
word? Yo, oh my God, yo, you know what, there's so much more to this game. I'm about to just cut this interview short and play. That's it. I have a few more questions though, because I know you gotta go, but damn, man, yo, Matt, you the man, son. Alright, check this out. Alright, now, the reason why I have to ask you what I'm about to ask you is because I really personally want you guys to do it, and I think it'll work.
Okay.
Would you guys do another G.I. Joe game, but not based on, the constraints of releasing it at the same time as a movie or whatever? I'm talking about on your own merits, do a G.I. Joe game the way you really envision it and blow that joint up. And the reason why I say that, if you look at Batman, the Dark Knight movie, incredible movie, right? But Batman Arkham Asylum isn't a Dark Knight movie, like it doesn't coincide, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a Batman movie.
Yeah, so Batman Arkham Asylum is its own game, and look how well it turned out because they took their time and made it happen. You guys need to really do another G.I. Joe game. There's enough content around the series where you guys could do another game aside from this one and really blow it up. And the fact that G.I. Joe has come out, it is back in people's eyes and hearts. There's tons of people everywhere right now looking at old G.I. Joe cartoons for the hell of it. You could really, if you guys make an announcement saying that the G.I. Joe isn't over, new game coming next year or some shit, anything. Can you guys put that together?
Well, obviously, I can't say yes or no that we're doing that. I can't comment on that stuff. But what I can tell you is that from a personal standpoint, I agree with what you're saying, right? I mean, making an off-cycle game, or movie that's off-cycle, game that's off-cycle with the movie, does give you what you're saying, the ability to kind of make it right and take the time that you're doing. Not that we didn't take the time and do this one right for this game, we got it done. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities that you have that you don't have when you're tied to making a movie game. And I think it's a fantastic idea. And thankfully, the film is doing well. Thankfully, the game is doing well. Those are both things that kind of help us in our in trying to get something like that done. But time will tell. There's a lot that you have to go through in order